Hello, 605 drivers. In this module, we will walk through submitting a title application through a dealer services account. A title application will need to be submitted for vehicles that dealerships have sold to customers and vehicles that dealers have purchased and want titled in their dealership's name. Today, we've got Greg Gills, who does the titling at the dealership Timmy's Trucks. He is logged onto his dealer services account and ready to complete a title application for one of the vehicles the dealership just sold. Let's get started. In the Used Vehicle Dealer panel, click the Submit Title Application hyperlink. Click the Start button to begin the vehicle information section. We can either enter the VIN/HIN or the title number of the vehicle Timmy just sold in order to locate the vehicle's details. So in the VIN field, enter 19X FC2 F58 PB110846. Then click the search button. Based on the search results that have populated, we can confirm that this is the vehicle we'd like to work on. Click the next button. The vehicle information is accurate, but if this was not the case, Greg could click the Edit Vehicle Details button to update the vehicle information. First, we'll need to select the primary color as dark blue. Greg has the current title in his hands, so we'll select yes to having the current title for this vehicle. And select no to adding brands. Then select no to if this vehicle is a pickup. And select no to if this vehicle is a low-speed vehicle. Now we'll need to capture the odometer information. From the odometer code dropdown, select actual mileage. Then in the odometer reading field, enter 107,255 miles. Moving on to the current title information, the title state is defaulted to South Dakota, so we'll leave this as selected. In the title number field, enter 112567. Then in the issue date field, enter 06/15/2019. Click the next button. Then click the Start button to begin the owner information section. Now click the Add a Record hyperlink. Here, dealers will need to select whether the vehicle will be titled in the dealership's name. Clicking the Set Dealer as an Owner button will auto-populate the dealership information. This would be the case if the dealer had bought this vehicle to sell or use on the dealership and wanted it to be titled under the dealership's name. However, for this sale is to an individual, so we'll leave this selected as yes as to whether the owner is an individual. Now we'll enter the new owner's information. For the ID type, select driver's license number. In the ID number field, enter the driver's license number 066474111. Then click the search button. Since this customer doesn't already exist in the system, we'll need to manually enter their information. Enter in the first name field, Finn, and the last name, Harrison. In the address field, enter 1600 East Cabot Street, here, and then click the Verify Residential Address button. Okay, now click the Add button. Primary owner has now been added. If needed, we could click the Add a Record hyperlink to add additional owners for this title application. Let's move on and click the Next button. Under the address information section, the address for the individual can be entered here along with a separate mailing address or a one-time mailing address. However, if the primary owner's address will be the same as the vehicle location address, we can just click the Same as Primary Owner button to populate the address from the owner section. Let's click the Same as Primary Owner button to pull in the owner's address. The address has now been verified as indicated by the green address verified checkmark below. Now we'll go ahead and enter the new owner's contact information. We can enter either the email address, phone number, or both. Our customer has provided both, so we'll enter those now. In the email field, enter sharkfin@yahoo.com. Then in the phone number field, enter 605-855-7023. Please note that if the customer information had populated from the owner search we did previously, we could click the Same as Primary Owner button to populate their contact information as well. However, since we had to manually enter this customer's information, we also had to manually enter their contact information. Click the Next button. Now we'll start the lease and lien information section. Click the Start button. We have the option to click the Add Lien hyperlink and search for a lien holder in the system, or manually add an individual lien holder. However, this vehicle does not have a lien, so we'll click the Next button. Next, we'll start the acquisition information section. Click the Start button. The dealership sold this vehicle today for $31,900. So in the date field, click the calendar icon, then click the Today button to set the date to the current date for the date of sale. In the purchase price field, enter $31,900, and we'll leave it selected to no as to whether there were any trades. If the dealership did accept an item or a vehicle as a trade, then we could select yes and enter the vehicle or item information in the following section. Additionally, we can select whether the purchaser qualifies for any exemptions. Clicking the drop-down to select an exemption will display a full list that we could select from. Let's go ahead and click the Next button. Now click the Start button for the review section. Here at a quick glance, Greg can review the vehicle, owner, title, and acquisition information that's been entered. If he notices any errors, he can always go back to a previous section and make any necessary edits. All the information looks correct, so we'll click the checkbox to verify the information is true and correct, and then click the Next button. All that's left to do is submit the title application. Click the Submit button in the lower right corner. The title application has been submitted and stored within 605Drive. Our confirmation screen provides the vehicle information along with the next steps that can be provided to the new owner when they head to the county office. From there, counties will be able to use the Find Pre-application for Title and Registration transaction to locate this application and continue with their end of the title and registration process. Click the OK button to dismiss this confirmation screen. And we've returned to our homepage, ready for the next transaction.